So this is my lucky Irish life get up. When I first saw this pack come out, I was like, you know what? Like that's like a really cool like Irish leprechaun Stitch idea that I'm gonna work with. And I just happen to have the loot, and I think the robe is from
The
new caramel pack.
Mhm.
And then the life hat is just nostalgic to me. If you've never seen any of my videos, and you probably don't get it, but
Yeah,
like
pretty much.
this hat was like iconic to me. Everybody referred to this hat as my hat, so I of course I'm gonna rep it. And then this is the boots are from the catacombs.
Yeah,
The catacombs pack.
the Druids pack.
Oh, yes, Druids
Yeah.
pack. So, ironically, the colors of green are like perfectly the same.
Yeah,
And
I
they
see
also
that.
have like the gold signatures. So I was like, you know what? Because I didn't really care for like the socks. I didn't really like the socks from the pack. So I was like, I'm gonna run these instead. And it turned out pretty good. I'm very happy with my little lucky leprechaun get up here.
Yeah, it's a really solid stitch for sure. It's kind of funny because like we have like a very similar idea in the way. So my stitch is actually from Genshin Impact. It's a Genshin Impact inspired stitch. It comes from a character known as Venti, who's a bard, but the people who are in the know about Venti is that he's the god of Animo and he wields a bow. So like it's kind of funny, like with my hat comes from the Moriarty dungeon, like the
Yeah, the
gauntlet.
lucky knaves.
Yeah, the lucky
I have that
knaves.
somewhere too. I love those hats.
Yeah, they're really sick. And I have just like the regular elegant robe just to kind of make it fit the whole drip. The boots come from the caramel pack, and I thought that these boots will be perfect for trying to get that whole venti get up. The hardest part was just really trying to come with a wand. That would be pretty good. Although this was the closest one I can think of, since it will just match the colors. But
Yeah.
that's essentially my first stitch that many people kind of already somewhat know about. But this is just one that I'm actually really proud of that was inspired by a character.
Love it.
Aiden Raven.
The OG Aiden Raven. We got the Raven look going. Earlier I talked about the Hawk Rider's robe. It's kind of hard to see because I have it all dyed black, but it's got those feathers on the shoulder.
Yeah, I see it now actually. At first I never really like noticed it until you actually pointed it out. And now that I'm looking at it, it's exactly the same.
Yeah. So sometimes I'll run like the Raven boots because like it just kind of depends on like what my setup is. Like I have Celestian Neon Striders stitched to them right now because like whenever I do like quick matches or whatever, I like to have like the Dark Seraph or whatever it is, or Vengeful Seraph. So I mean I have a couple of variants to it, but this is usually what it looks like, is just this basic Hawk Rider's boots robe, and then I just do the Raven hat. And then I run the Raven, or I guess the feather wand. And then, of course, back in Thanksgiving, they did that. They did two things. First of all, they did this,
Oh yeah, I love that one.
which is just so good for my character because
Yeah.
it's called the Phallus Dance. So again, we got a bird-themed dance. So
Is that like your
you
victory
know it's
dance?
me when I walk up into the arena looking like this, and I beat you, and I'm magically doing the chicken dance. Okay.
Oh, that's lovely. I love that.
This is how you know it's me. And then also my teleport effect is feathers.
Yeah, that's
So
awesome.
I have this guy completely decked with bird themed stuff. So I like him a lot. He's my favorite character. But yeah, I mean it's Aiden Raven, man.
It's a
the
classic.
literal legend of my channel.
Exactly. It's like just a prime classic. You gotta love it. I was really a big fan of that one. Never really thought like you can actually make the Grisselheim gear work. I mean, we've seen a little bit earlier that you can make it work if you do it right. This is another example of this, is you can make things work if you do it right. Now, for mine, this is a new one that I had recently. This is part of the Beastmoon getup. So Beastmoon now
Okay.
has like that wolf gear in the way. This
I
is
like
one
it.
of them. So
Okay.
as you can see, this one having the death insignia, I was kind of going for like some sort of like Grizzleheim kind of hunter. And this is like really what I came up with. I actually came up with this like in the stream. So not many people were watching that stream. So not many people actually know of the stitch.
Plug the stream. Plug the stream.
This is literally like one of my most favorite stitches I've made so far in quite some time. I am just a really big fan of how I've managed to create a Grizzleheim somewhat piece of gear in a way, even though it all comes from Beast Moon. And I was a big fan of the hats. Like, I really like the hats that you get from the Halloween pack, the wolf hats. But I just really wanted to make it work. And this is what it turned out to be.
I mean, I think they even have like a lighter skin colored wolf mask. I don't know if you ever got it, but I think it's like brown and green.
Mm-hmm.
I think like it's brown with green eyes or something like that. I think that would actually look kind of good with it too. But yeah, I love that stitch. I mean, the Azteca bow really gets me though.
I like the Azteca bow.
it's like, so different, you know what I mean? Like I forget that like they even exist. I'm like, oh yeah, those are things.
I was trying to find something that actually matched with the Azteca bow, and I just managed to come up with something like this, where I'm just like, well, not 100%, but it definitely doesn't seem like off-putting either, especially with the whole theme I'm going with.
I'm gonna show this stitch and everybody's gonna start doing it. I've kept this stitch like off the books.
You're the trendsetter.
This stitch has never been seen by like my channel, and I've never seen anybody run this, and I have no clue why. Everyone is gonna run it the second that I show it. I'm not kidding. Oh, did I really show up in the right? Dude.
Are you in the dye shop?
Well, I'm in the one with John.
Oh, no, that's not the dye shop.
Oh, right. Whoops. You see this right here? All right, look in Discord.
Oh my god.
Look in Discord. Did I not?
That's
Did I not
sick.
create the best Sokka stitch in
Yes.
Wizard101?
You
This
even have
is
Boomerang.
Sokka. It's so good.
That's solid. That's a solid
I mean,
stitch,
it's
dude.
honestly like, I don't know if I will ever max another wizard, because I just got done, like, I'm almost done maxing Aiden. But if I do max another wizard, it might have to be my ice, just because the stitch is so clean.
Dude, that's
It's
so
just
good.
so good.
That's so
I
good.
love it.
Yeah, people are gonna rock this now.
Oh yeah, everyone's gonna see this and be like, "Yep, I'm taking that." For those that are wondering, this is the Stardust hat, like the hairstyle. The robe is stitched right now because I'm like level 30 or whatever with zoo stuff, but it's the Polarian shipwreck robe, and the boots are actually the Avalon Outlaws boots. So these are not originally with that bundle. This is the bundle, and it's so ugly. I do not like this bundles. They're so gross.
I agree though. I agree. Like most
So
of
I
the
was just
gear
like
was
going through my
pretty,
stuff one day. I was like, what can I stitch that to that'll actually look good? And I found those boots in my bank, and I was like, all right, on my way. Check this. This just makes it even better. Boom.
Yeah, it looks
I
good.
am now Warrior Sokka.
That looks good.
It does. For no reason. For no reason at all. It looks
It's just
good.
conveniently good.
I wish I had like I wish there were like good pets to like go with it, but I usually run like a penguin or something with it, just because it kind of matches, you know.
Yeah.
I'll do like an Arctic based pet, like maybe like this one, or maybe I'll run like the ice golem or something. But
Yeah.
I mean,
Solid picks.
it's honestly like, it's one of my favorites because it's such a good reference. I'm like, I did a good job on that one.
Oh yeah.
that is 100% inspired by me. I never saw anybody run anything close to it, and then I was like, you know what? Because I was literally watching Avatar when I was trying to find a stitch for my ice wizard, and I was like, dude, I wonder if I can like replicate Sokka's stitch, because it looks pretty similar to the Polarian shipwreck bundle, which I had just picked up. So I was like, okay, like I'm seeing it, it's there, and here we are.
That's crazy.
Well, tell me about your stitch. What is this? What is this we got going on here?
This one is actually a little bit inspired by like Pyro 101, and also inspired a little bit by my Death Stitch. So the whole idea in Pyro 101, there's a class known as a swashbuckler, close combat kind of class, and I wanted to give her a swashbuckler look. And for some reason in Pyro 101, a lot of the characters that are swashbucklers have hats like this. which
Okay.
it looks crazy, but I mean somehow it works. It looks kind of clean.
I like
And then
it.
the thing with the Death Wizard, my specific Death Wizard, the PvP stitch that he has, it's Day of the Dead theme. And since I was thinking how both the Death Wizard and this Death Wizard, like the Max Death Wizard and this one, are related in some kind of way, I wanted to keep that Day of the Dead theme alive, which came with this stitch. This one actually came somewhat on the fly. Now, I had a little bit of an experiment earlier. Back then, it was like a pink robe with like a blue moon staff. But the more I kept looking at it, I just think it has to be like a swashbuckler. Like maybe some kind of like close combat character. So I just kind of came up with this on the fly. And the boots are actually from the witch's boots. But you can't tell because of how big the dress is. But that's essentially it. There's really not much theme to it other than I just wanted to keep the Day of the Dead theme alive on this character like I did for my max level death.
I like it. You know, like that's a stitch that I feel like I only see during like October. So like it being June, you know, it's like so nice to like see a character like that has a like a dedicated style, like regardless of what time of the year it is. I really like that.
Yeah, and I decided to change as well the wand, let it be like a Cool Ranch wand. And I was like, okay, perfect. I basically came up with like a new stitch on the fly, which essentially was this. And the main thing is just, you know, just keep the Day of the Dead theme alive, because I really like the idea of Day of the Dead. I've never really celebrated it, but I do like the theme that it is of Day of the Dead. And I just wanted to keep it alive.
It's got a really good cultural basis to it. I mean, it's really cool. I like it.
I also never thought that I will make this work, because the dresses seem too overpowering in my opinion, but somehow I made it work. Now, maybe I might change the heels a little bit if I find other ones, because maybe there might be ones that may look a little bit better, but as it is right now, it's solid.
I mean, I like the colors. Colors are good. I like that orange and yellow.
Yeah, I think the hardest part to match was the hat, because I wanted to make it unique. Is that how
it comes? Like, is it one of those ones that you can't change the color?
You can change the color, but like most of the time, it doesn't look good. Like,
okay,
it's
gotcha.
like the trim always has like a little bit of an off color from what it actually is.
Right.
And it just looks wrong. So I tried so many different methods. I tried with the pink robe. I tried going with like white and black, or like white and pink, and it just looked too bright for the hat. And then I tried going with gray. Gray just didn't look that great. I switched over to this robe, and then I tried other colors like black and orange. Black is just too overpowering. I tried going with the same colors as it goes for this robe. The problem is the trim is a little too light. If in fact it's a mixture of like light and dark. It's going more towards the darker side of yellow, and it just did not look right. I tried switching it around, didn't look right, so I ended up with orange and black. And maybe this character might have black hair instead of white hair, so that's the other thing.
Gotcha. I like it. I think this is like my favorite like female stitch for you. I think this makes sense like for what you do. I mean, I know that you're like super into pirate, so I like look at this and I'm like, yeah, that's frenzy.
This is a frenzy stitch right here.
It's a frenzy stitch.
Frenzy exclusive.
I love it. It's good stuff, man.
Yeah, I'm really proud of these, honestly. I think that they all turn out really nicely, and hopefully the guys watching this enjoy both of our stitches as well, because at that point we're going to be leaving off the video here. Once again, I would like to thank I'm trying to say your YouTube name, but I'm so used to calling you your real name. I'd like to thank CDubz for joining in today's video and doing this stitch review with me. I also want to apologize for having it take so long, but honestly, I had a great time.
I did too. It was good.
Make sure to leave a like, subscribe if you haven't, and always make sure to stay frenzy. Is there anything you want to say?
Yeet.
All right, guys. See ya.